everybody, Taff coming with the Taff's word. I know I haven't done one for a while. Apologies for that. I know the Scrum Half, Scrum Half must be doing their head in. They paid for sponsorship for this, and I haven't put one out for a couple of weeks. I aim to put one out every week, but we have been putting other videos out. Taff en route has been coming out when we've been going away and everything like that. So Taff Live has been around a lot as well, so that's pretty much moving my things around so I could do the cup draws and things like that. Taff's Live every Sunday. It's been a bit of a hectic time for me lately, so it's not been possible for me to do as many as I'd like to do, but the talking points have definitely been there, but I'm picking up an awful lot, a lot of them on the lives. But I've got to be fair, before the Oxford game, it said we'd have had a near perfect start. Obviously, if you scrub away the Mansfield 3-0 loss, it's been nice to throw it back at people who were predicting off of just one game that we were going to have a long, hard season. No, I seen enough in the way that we were playing, because I've seen an additional bit of quality in Mansfield that I haven't seen an awful lot in League Two since I've been watching it. There was something about Mansfield which made me think they're going to be up there this year. We aren't going to be far off, because be honest, in the Mansfield game, before they went 1-0 up, it was an even 50-50 game, up each end, no drama. They shouldn't have gone 1-0 up, obviously, because of the handball in the box, and if the referee had spotted that like they should have, who knows how that game would have played out. It might have been us getting the opening goal, because we missed chances before they scored theirs anyway. And who's to say we wouldn't have had another chance or two at 0-0. But it was 1-0, we went in, we came out, and we had a sloppy 10 minutes where we let 2 goals in, and the game was lost by them. But we missed 2 sitters right at the end. If we'd have scored both of them, it would have made an interesting end of the game. And, at the same time, it would have been a much more, how can I put it, a much more respectable scoreline. You know, so if, say, you lost 3-2 at Mansfield, you think, oh, well, that's not quite so bad. But that's the thin line between success and failure in football. It's a really, really thin line. So, look at how we've gone on from there then. We won 1-0 we won 1-0 against Crewe at home. I know they've done badly since then, but they won their opening game 6-0, remember. So everyone thought we were going to get turned over 3 and 4-0. People were predicting 3-4-0 Crewe, believe it or not, at our own ground. And we beat them 1-0, and we were worthy winners. I know they missed a penalty. We had it saved by Joe Day, top goalkeeper, of course. But I don't get where the negativity came from after just one match. Why people felt we were going to have a long, hard season. That was what a lot of people said. Long, hard season this year. We will be back down towards relegation this year. One game. Sorry, I know I'm going on a little bit about it, but it does me. It really does me. One game. And now look, you know, we've won 3 home matches. We drew at Exeter, which is a fantastic result. And you're going to fancy us to go to Port Vale, because Oxford was an important one for us to try and get a win, if I'm being honest. With Oxford, if we'd beaten them, we'd have been in the draw with the big boys. And a lot of people are saying, oh, Oxford got Man City, we missed out on a chance to play Man City. No, that's not how it works. We would have been given an alphabetical order number, so we wouldn't have been given the same number as Oxford. So somebody else up or down from Oxford would have got Man City, and then we would have got someone else. You know, I think it worked out that from the number we would have got, it would have been Wickham that we would have played at home. So it wouldn't have been the glamour tie, but the fact is we were in that draw with Liverpool, Man United and all that, and we'd have fancied our chances. If we'd have beaten Oxford, we'd have fancied our chances to beat Wickham, and we could have been in the 4th round of the Cup. And the thing is, it's an important thing for us because there's a potential money maker for us, and we played a weak midfield, which cost us the game. I think the game was lost in midfield. We didn't play our top striking options. Amond was on the bench. I mean, I understand that, you know, the league has got to be our bread and butter, but at the end of the day, I don't think we're quite good enough to get promoted, realistically. But then at the same time, we're nowhere near bad enough to be in the relegation mix. So prioritising the cups has got to be a thing that we have to do. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's not my job to obviously, pick the teams and, and work out who comes to the club and who doesn't. That's down to Flinney. And I'll always trust Flinney no matter what. I obviously saw him at Pill Carnival and told him, you're playing the best football I've ever seen the club play. And I don't have to lie about that. That's not me kissing up to him or anything like that because he's the gaffer. That's just me telling him how it is. It is the best football I've ever seen Newport County play. I mean, I didn't get to see the county back in the early 80s and late 70s before anyone says, oh, no, we played better then. I'm saying it's the best I've seen county play. Even in the conference promotion season, we played some decent football, but obviously we're at a higher level and we're playing to a much higher standard right now. So I'm absolutely blown away by the brilliant on the deck football that we're playing. It's no more hoofball, long ball sort of boring football. We're playing attractive stuff and we're bringing better out of the teams that we're playing. But the fact is we're playing it better than them, which is why we're getting the results. I mean, Exeter are a good team, but we showed our quality. The fact that we still went and got the goal. We got a defensive quality. We got a great... Oh, sorry. It's getting quite late on a Friday night, long week in work. But anyway, yeah, we got a great goalkeeper, we got a great defence, we got a very strong midfield, and it is very strong. And we got a good strike force too. I mean, I don't see weak areas, but I think the strength in depth is what's gonna lack. As I say, that's where our downfall is gonna be, the strength in depth. Because personally, you look at the midfield. The midfield was a completely different entity to what was playing the game before against Grimsby. The combination of Dolan, Bakinson, and it's Bakinson. I asked Lee Johnson was at the game on Tuesday, and I asked him, "Do you know if his name is pronounced Bakinson or Backinson?" I said, "We got a chant for him already. Which is it?" And he said, "Well, we've always called him Bakinson." Right, thank you very much. That's how it's going to be. So Bakinson, Dolan, and Sheehan, a brilliant midfield trio with the ability to feed two great strikers who are great in different ways. I mean, Amon's got the experience, knows how to get into the right positions and work things in the right way. Harris has got pace and skill. Both of them have got a good finish. Obviously, Harris has taken his two standout chances that he's had in the games that he's played. He's taken them, and he's taken them well. Whereas Amond, as we know, always takes chances. We got defenders who can score goals as well. I mean, Bennett has scored goals in the past. Franks has already weighed in with a goal, and we know Dimitriou's full of goals. He'll score 5 or 6 goals in a season. So the strength throughout, but I think it's the strength in depth. I mean, Crofts looks like a player who's got it good in him, may have lost a yard or two, and it may affect him throughout the season. Cooper didn't quite do it for me on Tuesday, although he was playing against a League One opposition. Maybe a couple more games in League Two, we might see a little bit better out of him. But for me, Cooper and Crofts may not hit the standard, whereas Dolan, who's like a whole different player for me this season. Dolan has looked immense in comparison to last year. Not saying he was bad last year, it's just he wasn't consistent enough for me. Where this season he's showing not just more consistency, but a lot more quality in what he's doing. I mean, his free kick was genius, against Grimsby on the last weekend. So hopefully that's going to be our midfield trio tomorrow. I'm hoping there's going to be Amon and Harris again. And then, of course, in the defence, I hope we don't really change in defence at all. So there we go. Anyway, you're gonna get to watch Taff en route on the way to the game tomorrow. I mean, I might feel different tomorrow. I might think, no, sod it, I want to see Croft start because he's the captain. I want to see Matt start because he might give a physical presence that'll be more of a danger to Port Vale than what Harris would present. You never know. It depends what mood I'm in. But I've just been watching the Wales and England game with the ladies, and the second half has just kicked off. And there's me wondering now. Are the county going to get a third of the income that Rodney Parade make, considering that they're charging us for a third of all of the upkeep of their stadium? I know that's probably not completely public knowledge now, but sorry, I've had enough of keeping quiet about it, if I'm being honest. Yeah, they're trying to rip the guts out of us, and apparently they peed off about the Ivy Bush. I mean, at the end of the day, we're a club running on a deficit to be competitive in League Two. the extra little bit of money that we got to be competitive with having taken off of us by our landlords because they're exploiting a loophole in a contract, which we're fighting them on. And the one thing that we're doing to plug a gap, they're getting peed off about just because they can't make a couple of extra quid out of us on beer. I mean, they make enough money out of us. The Tottenham game has obviously lit their eyes up with paying notes, and you know, they're trying to exploit us. So my happy days of talking well about the WRU are well and truly over. And the badge that they gave me, I've not worn once this season, or you probably noticed, not worn that badge once. And to be honest with you, I might even throw it in the bin on my next Taff Live and say, this is what I think of you now, the Welsh Rugby Union, you fleecing dirty bastards. But there we go. Anyway, we're here now, Port Vale away tomorrow. You'll see me talk a bit more about the upcoming game on Taff en route. And with regards to the rest of it, looking good off the field a little bit more now with the Ivy Bush doing so well. But remember, this is a sticky one for me then, because I obviously want to support any club ventures. So the Ivy Bush, I want to support the Ivy Bush, of course, 100%. I've been in there a few times, put my money behind the till, chuck some money in the bucket on the side as well. Anything that the group, the Amber Army group, can do to help build the Ivy Bush up a little bit more, make it a bit better. Anything that we can do to contribute to it, we're there, and we're willing and ready to help. But at the same time, Scrum Half have paid for sponsorship with us. They're great people, a lovely family run, friendly atmosphere in the pub. And it's been done out really nice. It looks really nice in there. It's a nice place to go and have a drink. So I hope that there's enough support to go around with the businesses that are supporting Newport County, the pubs that are supporting Newport County, because at the end of the day, we need the business community of Newport to stand with the county. Now, it's brilliant that we've opened up our own pub, because you know, there's a lot of money to be made from that. You know, it's going to raise a lot of extra funds, and it's going to well plug that gap that I've talked about. But at the same time, we can't forget the people that have been supporting us for years. You know, we can't forget about the people who are supporting us now. So let's make sure that we're spreading that love a little bit. But then, obviously, if people want to make the Ivy Bush their primary location for the pre-match drink, or when it's open on a full-time basis, make that their primary local pub, brilliant. But it would be nice if we can also support some of the other establishments that are helping the club at the same time. Alright then, and that'll be that from me then. Thanks all for watching again, and you'll see me again on Taff en route, of course, when we talk about the game exclusively. And then, of course, there'll be the live stream from inside the ground on the build of the kickoff. So we'll speak to you all again there tomorrow. Thank you again, and good night. Cheers, everybody. Up the county. Cheerio for now. The usual stuff. Those going, I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.